Yeah, that would. I still trying to think about doing the Chinese end of things, like Weibo. But then that means I had to be better at writing in Chinese. I could post
When
in
I write in
English.
Chinese, I don't, I can type in Chinese. I can't write in Chinese, but I'm sure that's what you meant, type in Chinese.
Yeah, I mean type in Chinese. Well, actually, it's hard for me to remember the correct pinyin. Actually, I keep forgetting how things are
Oh,
spelled.
oh,
But that's just one thing. Actually, because my friend in Shenzhen has been texting me in Chinese every once in a while, and I had to text back, and you have to know pinyin to do that too.
yeah.
Same thing as type. But actually, that's really easy. You can just press N, and it brings up ni. You know what I mean? And H, and it
Cool.
brings up how. Yeah, it's really kind of and Chinese.
Yeah, that's actually pretty easy to type.
Yeah, it is. N
Oh,
A.
you know what though? Since I, since I hope I'm saying it right. I have a funny. I think I told you this story before, but um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna say it anyway, just in case. Yeah, I want to make sure. I think I'm saying spare ribs right, but if I'm not, people are gonna make fun of me and whatever. It'll. But one time I
It'll be
was
funny
talking.
either way.
It'll be funny anyway. But Ellie and I were talking, and we were practicing Mandarin together a couple of years ago, and I had just had some spare rib soup, which I believe is pai gu tang. I know that tang is soup, and I think that pai gu is yeah, you know where this is going, is spare rib,
I know
but I
it's
accidentally said pigu tang. Accidentally said we
pigutong.
had butt soup.
Butt soup. Pigutong. Yeah.
Luckily, there was no da bian floating around.
Stop it. Ew.
Which, by the way,
Pigutong.
means
Yeah, that would be gross. What was it? I like teaching my students the words poo poo and pee pee, or pooing and peeing, because they're at an age where
where
da
they think
bien,
it's
chow
funny.
bien, that. Yeah, yeah. Potty humor is the best. Potty humor is the world over. And definitely all 8-year-olds the world over love potty humor. And,
Well, we
it's
talked
just
about
kind of.
this before. I mean, when you're a kid, you're like, "Oh, somebody farted," or whatever. I mean, you
Oh,
think this is hilarious, and then you're like a teenager or even in your 20s, and you're like, mm, "Yeah, I can't,"
well, high
But
school are
now
like,
it's like,
oh,
yeah,
I farted. I'm so embarrassed.
I'm like too
And
grown
that's
up for
like,
that. But now it's like we're like, yeah, you know what? It's funny, especially when it's random. Okay, it's not funny when you're there, like in an elevator or something, and someone rips one. That's just gross. But when you're like, but when you're just there and somebody randomly rips one, I'm sorry, that's funny. I don't care how old you are.
yeah, when it's loud and yeah.